When I lived in Tennessee, I bought a 4.5-month-old colt off of a guy who was, gathering culls for a feedlot, you know, and she had lived for a couple of weeks without her mother, and so I brought her home and just, improvised what I was doing. I had some dressage background, some Western riding background, and a little bit of hunting background and just noodling around. When I was a kid, they gave me an old quarter horse with kissing spine that had been in pasture for a few years, at least 5 years, that rode just fine afterwards. But, I was a kid they didn't care about, so they let me try it out. It turned out I was re-breaking a horse for, unpaid re-breaking a horse for a doctor that my mom knew. So later I had a head injury and they got me a horse so that I would, I had a head injury that time too. And got me a horse so that I could focus on a big project and lots of different stimulation. And over a couple of years, me and Phoenix, we were riding. The horse's paper name was Top Sugar Bar. She was, you know, Top Moon 3 bars quarter horse, but she didn't have any color. She was a painting bred horse, and she had been culled because they had done a scan of her and saw that her spine was a little iffy. I was about 100 pounds at the time, and we did just fine. Then my mom and my grandmother came, and they were jealous, and they rode her tandem. And then after that, I couldn't ride her anymore. We tried everything, but she finally just, I didn't know about kissing spine at the time. I read an article about it and then realized that that is what had happened because she was cool, but she just wouldn't put up with a rider after that. And I sold her to like a cowboy who was probably going to take her for dog food, and there was nothing I could do about it. But she flipped out on the way there, and he had to sedate her, and he couldn't bring her in sedated to slaughter. And so he got to noodling around with her, and I think she died of old age.